Item number one, roll call.
Dr. Gonzalez? Here. Bolton? Here. Bernardo?
Here.
Hondo?
Here.
Shu?
Here.
Velasquez? Here. Reno?
Here. Item number two, reading of the minutes, regular meeting for February 21st, 2012. Special meeting February 28th, 2012. Motion's in order?
I have a correction to vote.
Go ahead.
February 21st minutes, the vote on the motion to approve the ordinance revising requirements of the tourism board. Mr. Shu is shown as having voted both yea and
No.
And on the 28th special meeting, while the minutes reflect that I did advise that I objected, it does not reflect that you would not allow me to speak and that you made the comment, I've heard enough. I think the record is incomplete without that.
Those corrections?
I have one additional thing I think we need to be sure and note in the record, in that citizens were not allowed to speak.
Right.
Though several of them had signed up, I saw the sign-up sheet pass, and I think it was about halfway full.
Thank you.
Any other corrections? Motion to approve or disapprove.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes with the corrections.
Moved by Mr. Shu,
I'll second that.
second. Mrs. Velasquez. Roll call.
Dr. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Bolton?
Yes.
Bernardo?
Yes.
Hondo?
Yes.
Shu?
Oh, yes.
Velasquez?
Yes.
Reno?
Yes. Item number three, report by the city manager.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, and members of the public. A few quick announcements. An update on the GOCO grant for the soccer field and also our recycling grant. The city planner and I discussed it. We decided to pull those applications. Primarily, the GOCO grant was coming in a little bit above budget, And so we decided to pull that for this year. The recycling grant, once we got into the application, it was looking as though it was gearing for a different application than what we had hoped for, and we're not ready yet to step up to a grant of this magnitude. It's our hope that we will look at the ordinance to get the scales going, and we can get some revenue to more or less jumpstart our recycling program here. We did apply for a Bikes Belong grant, and the application went out this week. It was a beautiful job. Our intern, Kelly, did a fantastic grant application. Clubhouse RFIs. We had 4 applicants pick up RFIs. We had 2 actually turn in an RFI, one of which I would more or less deem as a rejection. It was only 1 page long. I will give council members at the work session a copy of the RFIs. We have an excellent candidate, and at which time we can decide the interview process. Regarding the clubhouse, it's going along really well. I was down there today looking over the kitchen, ordering kitchen equipment. The work's going on time, and hopefully we'll be done by the end of May. The CAMU survey that comes out every January has come out. We can make copies for council. It's a rather extensive survey for electric rates throughout the state. If you have an email, I can email it to you. It'd be a lot easier. But once again, the ARPA participants are on the bottom. Trinidad, we moved up 1 or 2 spots, depending on what category you're looking at. But definitely the ARPA municipalities are on the bottom again. So North Lake update. We received notice just yesterday from the CRCB board that they would like a conservation plan from us. We're going to be meeting with Jim Fernandez on that. Jim and I will be going with the engineers at the end of March for our grant and low interest interview once again. It's our hope to start the project in April or May and to have it completed by the end of December. Once we get final word or an update from the Conservation Water Board, we will pass it on to the City Council. We should start our distributing financials at the end of March. I want to thank the council for its patience, but it takes a long time to close the books for 2011. And so we'll start getting into the pattern to once again giving city council members a monthly update on the financials. I've been told we look pretty good for 2011, maybe a little above the black. Sales tax, I believe we did about 4.5% better than 2010. But again, at the end of March, I'll give you financial reports to substantiate those numbers. And finally, there was an excellent ribbon cutting ceremony today by the river, the Trouts Unlimited fly fishing project. It was well attended, and it was nice to see so many people out in the sunshine for a worthy project. Any questions?
Go ahead, Mr. Bernardo.
I just have one question, Ed. On these 4 applicants that you screened on the golf course?
I didn't screen.
Well, whatever you said, you had something that came back at you as far as the golf course is concerned.
Yep.
Is there any way that we could schedule like a work session with these 4 or the other 2 that return these applicants?
Yeah, I'll give the documents at the work session and whatever the council wants to do. Give direction.
As long as I'd like to hear, what they would say or something like that, or present themselves. You said only 2 returned it.
That's correct.
And I was just wondering if maybe out of those 2 or whatever, they could be present at a work session where we could do.
Do you want them at the work session? I was hoping to give you the documents. You can review them and then call them in.
Either way, but whatever you